It is Friday, 7th of June 2024. Glad that you're tuned in to KUTV Primetime News this particular Friday. Thank you for joining us tonight. And for the next couple of minutes and next 40 or so minutes, we shall be informing you on what's happening in the country and beyond our borders, because our reporters have been up and about interacting with different issues and different stories, and they have the top ones tonight. Let's take a look at them. MP Kagombe pleads not guilty to murder charges of a border operator in Thika and released on bail. Ian Njoroge, young man that assaulted police officer, released on 700,000 shilling bond. DP Gachagua welcomes support from Raila for his one man, one vote, 1 shilling revenue sharing formula. Mutegi signs IGAD protocol on transhumance, which leads to protection of pastoralist communities' rights and interests.
This is KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin.
And Evans Othiambo joins us in the sign language interpretation tonight. Welcome to the broadcast. Now, Gatondo South MP Gabriel Kagombe has been released on a 2 million shilling bond or 1 million cash bail in the surety of the same amount, after he pleaded not guilty to charges of killing a border operator in Thika last month. Kagombe appeared before Judge Francis Oliel at the High Court in Machakos County today morning, not forgetting that the judge had earlier ordered that a mental assessment to be done on the MP before taking the plea. The MP will be presented in court again on July 17th, 2024.
I have taken a plea of not guilty before this court today, and this matter is now perfectly before a court of competent jurisdiction.
I do grant the accused person on bond of Kenya shillings 2 million with one surety of similar amount, or in the alternative, I'll grant him cash bail of 1 million shillings.
Ian Njoroge, the 19-year-old who went viral earlier this week for assaulting a traffic police officer along Kamiti Road, has now been released on a bond of 700,000 by the Milimani Law Courts. In its ruling, the court found that the prosecution's application to deny Njoroge bail and/or bond, citing that he could be a flight risk, was implausible since it was not supported by any evidence. Magistrate Akubi also ruled that the robbery with violence charge against Njoroge is unconstitutional, stating that Section 96, Clause 2 of the Criminal Code, where the said offense was anchored, was declared unconstitutional by the High Court. One man, one vote, 1 shilling, or 1 man, 1 kilometer, 1 shilling. It was the heavy revenue sharing debate that went down during Gachagua's visit to Samburu County, and leaders from Samburu opposed Gachagua's 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling revenue sharing formula, saying that this formula will discriminate against sparsely populated pastoralist communities. Gachagua, on his part, cast away allegations of tribalism out of his support for the sharing of the revenue on the basis of voter count, also welcoming the support of Azimio leader Raila Odinga for his formula yesterday.
A working tour by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua to Samburu opened the floor for a heightened discourse over revenue sharing, Gachagua coming face to face with antagonists of his one man, one vote, 1 shilling revenue sharing formula.
1 shilling, 1 kilometer. 1 shilling, 1 kilometer.
Samburu leaders led by Governor Jonathan Lelelit shunned Gachagua's formula, terming it as a deliberate attempt to discriminate against pastoralist communities.
For over 40 years of independence of this country, sisi watu ya pastoralist tulinyoroswa kiboko na hiyo session paper mpaka waleo. Na wakati devolution ilikuja tulishangilia. Hata ingawa vile Lelegu anasema hiyo formula sahi tuko naye ni formula mbovu.
Proposal ya kusema 1 man 1 shilling 1 vote. Na mimi siku hiyo nilisimama, tukapiga kura mara 12 na nikasimama kusema la, na hatuwezi kubali kwa sababu watu wetu, wafugaji, wakaazi wa hapa kwetu Samburu, tutarudi chini kimaendeleo.
Maneno ya 1 man 1 vote 1 shilling. Wakaniambia nikuambie, Your Excellency, utuongezee kitu moja hapo mbele. Ongeza 1 kilometer hapo mbele.
The leaders beckoned faithful of the 1 man 1 vote 1 shilling formula to abandon it and instead prep up the country for a just revenue sharing formula.
Whether you're for 1 man 1 shilling 1 kilometer or 1 man 1 vote 1 shilling, Your Excellency, I think we all have diverse challenges, which I think as a country it is time we have a conversation together and not fight or talk against each other. Sababu sisi hapa Samburu tuko na challenges tofauti, yule mwingine ambaye yuko mahali kwingine ako na challenges zake. Tusemezane juu ya meza, tuone vile tutaunganisha wa Kenya na tusonge mbele pamoja.
Gachagua on his part watered down criticism of his formula, welcoming critics to draw closer on the table to have a discussion on a formula for all.
Mimi kama Rigathi Gachagua, hata kama niko naibu wa rais, niko na maoni. Senator ako na maoni. Governor ako na maoni. Kila mtu ako na maoni. Hakuna vita. Tutaketi chini tujadiliane. Wale wanasema 1 man 1 vote 1 shilling, wanasema 1 man 1 vote 1 kilometer. Hii maoni yote ni nzuri.
Gachagua also trashed allegations of tribalism, welcoming recent support shown by Azimio leader Raila Odinga for his formula yesterday.
This is the right way to go.
Probably because ile maoni nimetoa inaonekana kama inapendeza pahali ya watu pahali nimetoka, unasema huyu is a tribalist. Sasa nashangaa nimeona jana Raila Odinga, Mheshimiwa Prime Minister, amesema the same thing nilisema. Sijaona ameitwa tribalist.
According to the third generation revenue allocation formula approved by the Commission on Revenue Allocation, allotments to counties are based on health, agriculture, roads, urban services, county services, and poverty. In the current formula, counties Nairobi, Nakuru, Kakamega, Kiambu, and Turkana gets the lion's share, while Samburu, Elgeyo Marakwet, Isiolo, Tharaka Nithi, and Lamu get the least allocations. Senators will convene later this year to craft a new revenue sharing formula to last a period of 5 years. Muneneweru, KUTV.
And in other news, Kapseret MP Oscar Sudi has today been acquitted by a court of law over charges of forging academic certificates. While delivering his ruling, Magistrate Felix Kombo said the state failed to establish a strong case against Sudi to warrant him being placed on his defense. The magistrates also faulted the investigating agencies over how they obtained part of the evidence. While thanking his fellow lawyers, one Sudi's lawyer, Professor George Wajakoya, expressed his faith in the judicial system of Kenya. Sudi had been battling academic document forgery since 2016, with the latest case in 2021. In a bid to ensure free, safe, and orderly cross-border mobility of livestock and herders, that is across the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD member states, Kenyan Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has signed the IGAD Protocol on Transhumans following a successful meeting with the IGAD Secretariat delegation led by Dr. Fatma Adan, IGAD Head of Mission in Kenya. Mudavadi noted that the signing of the protocol will aid in promoting peaceful coexistence while reducing the risks associated with violence.
During signing ceremony of the Intergovernmental Authority on Development Protocol on Transhumans, which was held at Mudavadi's railway offices, Mudavadi mentioned that by Kenya joining IGAD Protocol on Transhuman will help in promoting peaceful coexistence while reducing the risks associated with violence.
That's now ready to sign, but it is important just for me to underscore the importance you have put to it, and to thank IGAD for having processes to this stage. Not too long ago, we have had issues with some of our pastoralists crossing over, and in certain cases there have been incidents which have resulted in violence and perhaps loss of life.
The protocol provides a critical framework for free, safe and orderly cross-border mobility of transhuman livestock and herders in search of water and pasture within the IGAD member states, include Ethiopia, Sudan, South Sudan, Djibouti, and now Kenya becoming the fifth. Mudavadi also called upon IGAD to offer security measures concerning the human protocol. Protocol will also lead to protection of the rights and interests of pastoralist communities, including their access to land, water, and grazing resources, and further cooperation and coordination among neighbors countries in addressing common challenges from borders across. Among those present was Honorable Jonathan Mweke, Principal Secretary of the State Department for Livestock Development, who emphasized that the protocol would be very progressive, especially for the pastoral communities.
Enough pasture and water for our animals. And number 3, it also allows us to harmonize our laws on disease control, on land management, and also on management of livestock resources.
The Intergovernmental Authority on Development is an 8-country trade bloc in Africa which aims to accelerate economic and social development and integration of the members of the region through integration efforts and anchored on peace, prosperity, and regional integration. Songoro Masimeira, KUTV.
Now, the Ministry of Education has rolled out an advocacy, social support, and gender sensitization program to enhance retention of more learners grades 7 and 8. This comes after the data from the ministry shows that most boys drop out in grade 6 and have lower primary school completion rates compared to their female counterparts, with Mandera topping the list of counties mostly affected.
According to data contained in the Strategic Plan for the National Education Center for 2023 to 2027, the boy child is increasingly dropping out of primary school compared to their female counterparts. Currently, 79.7% of male children remain in schools as compared to 86.2% of female pupils. In response to this, the ministry has now rolled out an advocacy, social support, and gender sensitization program that is set to improve retention of learners in grades 7 and 8. Education experts and sociologists have said that the high rates of boys dropping out of schools could be as a result of more attention in advocacy being geared towards empowerment of girl child. As they say, lack of enough male role models for the boy could be part of the problem. According to the 2023 Foundation of Literacy and Numeracy Assessment, the counties that are mostly affected are arid and semi-arid, with Mandera topping the list. They have added that the children who are out of school are from households whose heads have no formal education. Despite the woes, the report shows that transition from primary to secondary schools have remained impressive from 83% transition in 2017 to 91% in 2020. However, a decline in transition from primary to secondary school in 2021 and 2022 were recorded. Ndongo Pauline, KUTV.
9:15, time for us to take a very fast short break here at KUTV Primetime News. We'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepo pasi vuguvugu. Pepo pa ni idea.
Tazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, hiyo inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni duniani leo Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin. Welcome back. Let's continue. Now, the Law Society of Kenya, LSK, has expressed serious concerns regarding the proposed Finance Bill 2024, highlighting its potential adverse effects on tax certainty, the cost of living, and the rule of law. In a detailed press statement released today, LSK President Faith Odhiambo emphasized that the bill's proposed tax hikes and policy reversals could undermine economic stability and disproportionality burden lower income to Kenyans. The bill seeks to increase excise duty on telephone, internet data services, and money transfer services from 15% to 20%. Reverse exemptions on electric vehicles and other eco-friendly transport, while raising the import declaration fee from 2.5% to 3%. These changes, according to the LSK, threaten the tax stability essential for investor confidence and long-term business planning. And coffee farmers under the Mutira Farmers Cooperative Society in Kirinyaga have taken to the streets to condemn the low wages for the coffee crop. The distressed farmers staged demonstration from Mutitu to Kagumo, where the Mutira Farmers Cooperative Society offices are located, to present their grievances, threatening not to sell coffee until the payment is settled.
Hakuna kahawa tutauza kama pesa yetu hatujapewa.
Coffee farmers in Mutira area, Kirinyaga County, have taken to the streets to strike against the lack of payment after selling their coffee. They conducted the strike from Mutitu to Kagumo, where the offices of the Mutira Farmers Cooperative Society are located, to present their complaints.
Sisi tunasema enough is enough. Na sisi hatujalipwa, hata president ajue sisi hatujapata hata dururu.
The farmers blamed the leaders of Mutira Farmers Cooperative Society for the low wages they receive, saying they are greedy, demanding to earn more compared to previous administration. The farmers now demand that all leaders to be sacked from their respective positions in office.
Tumekasirika na ile rate tumetolewa na management ya Mutira na committee. Hapo hakuna pesa wametutorea. Wakulima wote wa Mutira tumekasirika na kutoka Wareo, tunataka hiyo committee yote iende nyumbani. Na wakulima wote wamesema leo hatarudi nyumbani ikiwa hiyo ofisi itakuwa na hiyo committee.
Led by Mutira area MCA David Kinywa, who also happened to be a coffee farmer in the area, the farmers have also raised several other concerns as they call for investigations on members of the board, citing a lack of trust in them. They have also called for an outing on the farm by an independent accounting body.
Na sasa tumeona hata factories zenye tulikuwa tunashinda kama Inoe Farmers sahi wametushida. Wakulima wa Inoe walikuwa wamehamia Mutira na sasa hata wao wana regret kwa nini walikuja Mutira. Tutake kusema sisi hatunanga uoga na amani tunaitafutanga kwa nguvu.
The farmers have made an agreement and concluded that they will not sell coffee until they receive payments. Emma Mwangi, KUTV.
Makadara market traders are now calling on the county government to provide them with better facilities in the markets. The traders, who spoke after undergoing training on food safety from Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition, that is GAIN, applauded ongoing efforts to educate them on ways to better preserve their food and protect their clients from food poisoning. They, however, noted that there is still room for improvement in various aspects of running the marketplace.
Traders in Makadara Market, Kiambu County, have demonstrated positivity in food safety by keeping their market clean, in line with the training program from the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition. Nancy Wanjiru, a merchant in Makadara for more than 20 years, is amongst the traders who have benefited from the training.
Na kulingana na venye tumefundishwa kuosha vitu tukipika. Kwa hivyo juu ya usafi tukaanza kuuzia huku juu sasa. Na tuseme soko yetu hakuna mtu tumesikia kama ni mgonjwa juu ya hiyo mfua. Tumeendelea vizuri sana. Tumeongeleshwa mambo hiyo, na kama ni watu wa boga ama wa hii msukuma nini hizo, unaona wameambiwa kama ni kitu mnaosa vizuri juu ya kuzuia ugonjwa.
According to James Mbugwa, Power Market Secretary, the training has enabled them to place themselves in groups of different measures facilitating ease in governance. However, he called on the county government to give traders rooms to store their crops.
Chakula mingi tunatafuta, hata tunajaribu kutafuta mahali penye hiyo chakula inatoka. Tunafuatilia ili kujua kama hiyo chakula inapikwa dawa, imemaliza wakati wake wa kuuzwa, ili tukileta chakula iwe ni ya manufaa kwa watu. Most of the times tukienda kwa training huwa tunachukua a group of them na wanaenda wanasoma pamoja, tunasoma pamoja na wao, na tukikuja hapa huwa tunajaribu kuwaelezea, kuwasaidia kama viongozi wao ili waone uzuri wa hiyo mambo, na wengi wao wamefurahia na wameona matunda ya hiyo kazi.
Pauline Gakiri, Trader Officer, Thika Sub-County, said that the market has been operational on a daily basis, Tuesday and Friday being official market days. Kakiri emphasized on the need for more education and urged the Department of Agriculture to majorly focus on the machinery as well as visiting their markets to monitor the sources of their products.
And also as county government, we have the main bin where they put their dust and garbage. And every week the garbage is picked and it's taken to where it's thrown by the county government. This happens every day in the morning, collecting that garbage. I would like to encourage the traders, every time you're selling a food commodity, ensure that that place is clean, ensure yourself you're clean, ensure that the person who is coming to touch any food commodity is clean, the huts are clean.
The project coordinator of the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition, GAIN, Kipngeno Mutai, on the other hand, mentioned that several projects have been done in collaboration with the county government.
Within Madaraka Market, and as the market committee member and the county government of Kiambu official illustrated, we have been in a position to encourage and to build the capacity of the market committee in Madaraka to make Madaraka Market a safe market where safe food can be found. Practices within the market and the handlers of food items within the market practice good handling practices.
These have included a 10,000-liter water tank to help in environmental cleanliness, targeting to clean vegetables, washing hands before handling food, and even before the traders leave for their homes. Brian Ouma, KUTV.
It's time for us to move beyond our borders, and former U.S. President and Republican candidate in the 2024 elections, Donald Trump, faces the prospect of prison time after a New York jury convicted him of falsifying business records in a harsh money trial. The legal process casts as uncertainty on his campaign and future election chances.
Donald Trump was found guilty of falsifying business records as part of a conspiracy to suppress damaging information ahead of his 2016 election. Convicted during this presidential campaign, the ruling raises questions as to how Trump will continue that campaign if he's sent to prison. Former federal prosecutor Stephen Cohen does not expect Trump will be incarcerated soon.
There will be intense post-trial motions, and then there will be an appeal. And that appeal will take months, if not more than a year. So I think much of this will feed the political drama more than it will feed this story, at least initially, of Donald Trump's fate as a consequence of this conviction.
Trump's sentencing is set for July 11th. Legal experts say the length of any prison term would likely be far less than the charge's 20-year maximum.
Given his age, given his lack of criminal history, and given that the result here it really speaks for itself, that he's actually not looking at a lot of punishment, very significant punishment.
Others point to the prison time already served by Trump's former personal attorney, Michael Cohen, as precedent for Trump's sentencing.
It's very rare for an underling in a conspiracy to get jail time and the kingpin not. Donald Trump was at the top of this criminal conspiracy, and Michael Cohen did some serious jail time. He spent months. So there is some precedent for a judge sentencing Mr. Trump to jail.
Alternatives to prison include probation, house arrest, and fines. But it's most likely that any sentence won't be carried out until after the appeals process, which is liable to go past Election Day in November. Whatever sentence materializes next month, it'll inform sentencing for the 3 criminal cases that are still pending against Trump.
The fact of this conviction here, if it's still on the books, would result in a potential higher prison sentence in those future cases. So it does have a consequence, because he will now, unlike a week ago, have a criminal record, and criminal records are taken into account in meting out punishment.
Of the other federal and state charges Trump is facing, the Florida trial for those involving mishandling of classified documents is further delayed. Tina Trin, VOA News, New York.
9:30, another time to take a short break here on KUTV Primetime News. We'll be back with sports news. Stay here.
possessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more only on Law Matters.
Where we ask the coolest questions in science. Let's go! Is yogurt really just rotten milk? Why do humans need sharks to survive? How did a 12-year-old boy from Africa invent modern vanilla farming? How do you deliver medicine to a chimpanzee? Can poop be useful? How can you save the planet by reducing air pollution? To help us answer these questions, we are inviting some wonderful guests from the world of science. They will enlighten you, make you hungry for knowledge, oxygenate your brain, and make your ideas flow. This is Engine Season 3. Let's go!
A loving husband and father.
Nothing is too good for my daughter.
An ambitious businessman with a dark secret. A girl with a whole life in front of her, plunging into a marriage that she did not choose with the wrong man.
I'm not ready to marry Zilla.
But who is the right one? I love Nambi. A rock star, living the dream.
But the babes keep chasing me again, sir.
It ain't easy being famous, especially with so many glamorous women around. A woman hell-bent on revenge.
You will pay.
Seductive, dangerous. She is a predator. Everybody needs it. Everybody wants it. They will do anything to get it. Love and wealth.
Welcome back. We're now in sports news, where Harambee Stars were held to a disappointing 1-1 draw against Burundi in their third 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier Group F match, played today at Bingu National Stadium in Lilongwe, Malawi. Austin Odhiambo gave Kenya the lead in the 71st minute before Sudi Abdallah equalized for Burundi in the 85th to make it 1-1 at full whistle. Harambee Stars' next game will be against Africa Cup of Nations champions Ivory Coast at the same venue on July 11th, 2024. That match will be on June 11, 2024. I beg your pardon. Now, the referees have been blamed for compromising the standards of Kenya Secondary School Sports Association, that is KSSSA games in Teso North Sub-County by favoring known schools against the upcoming ones. Speaking at Kauriai Secondary School, Kajei head coach Wanjala Noah blamed the quality of officiating the school games, noting that most decisions are made in favor well-established schools and at the expense of upcoming schools. It is 35 minutes past 9 p.m. A time for us to bring the curtains down as far as KUTV Primetime News is concerned. But tomorrow at 6:30, we come back with Mizizi Weekendi. And at 9 p.m. we'll be live with the Weekend Live here on KUTV. You'll be sure to be informed on what's happening in the country and beyond. But for now, I want to take you back to our normal programming that involves educative, entertaining programs here on KUTV and Experience. And until next time, our sign language interpreter is Evans Othiambo. My name is Mutegi K. Martin. Good night.